All right, look, I had some people ask me what was my opinion on the whole Denzel Washington situation. He gave an interview with Gad TV the other day. He was just talking about some upcoming projects that he got and some directors that he wanted to work with. And the interviewer asked him about the Gladiator 2 movie that's coming out. I believe it coming out next weekend. Yeah, I think it's next weekend. I want to go see that. But she asked him about this movie and about she basically asked him how gay was the Roman Empire, and Denzel had this to say, like they wanted my
The film
opinion.
about
So
having a relationship with other men in the film. So I wanted to ask how gay is the Roman Empire?
The entire empire, or I
What?
actually kissed a man in the film, but they took it. They cut it. I think they got chicken.
I
I
was
kissed.
going to ask because I just heard about the Paul and Pedro forehead kiss that apparently got cut from the
Oh,
movie.
I'm not sure about that one, but yeah,
Oh,
I kissed the guy full on the lips, and I guess they weren't ready for that yet.
oh man. Well,
I
I
killed
hope.
him about 5 minutes later, but
I
yeah,
mean, it's Gladiator.
it's glad it was the kiss of death.
all right, look, okay,
And
so
I know we can't say a lot
I got
about
a
what
few
goes on.
questions about this. Like I don't really have a solid. I'll say this because the person asked me, they was like, was it a situation of buck breaking? If you don't know what buck breaking is where they have the where they humble and they humiliate. You know what I'm saying? Basically, the alpha male. You know what I'm saying? If y'all don't know Denzel Washington's history, Denzel Washington famously said that he didn't do any sex scenes with white women and certain stuff like that because out of respect for his wife and of black women that didn't get certain opportunities. And he also pointed towards his Christian faith in certain situations, like just certain roles that he wouldn't take, not necessarily just specifically about being with white women or whatever, just certain things that he wouldn't do. So at this big old age, a lot of people had this question like, but I think I think people might kind of might be blowing his statement out of proportion because he said that it was a kiss of death. So uh it might not necessarily been a gay kiss, but it's a Roman movie. The Roman Empire was very, very I can't even say gay, bisexual. They was pansexual. I guess that's what you call the Roman Empire. If you know anything about history, the Greeks, the Romans, like they very. Have you seen Alexander? You know what I'm talking about? Like they were very much that. Like Spartacus, Blood and Sand is one of my favorite shows. You didn't go an episode without seeing man on man action. Like, and a lot of times people who do these period pieces, they want to make sure that you know that the Romans and the Greeks got down like that. Now, apparently I'm hearing the directors cut this scene and then they cut out a scene with Pedro Pascal and another guy. So I guess they kind of didn't want to lean too heavily into that. The last Gladiator movie didn't have none of that at all, but supposedly they cut it for whatever reason. I don't know. Denzel said maybe they got scared, but in his instance, he said that he killed the man right after he kissed him on the lips. So it was like a kiss of death, kind of like a Godfather situation. You know what I'm saying? Now, I heard Lil Wayne and Birdman them speak about this, and I was like, I don't think when they was kissing on the lips, it was like, my brother, I love you. It's like somebody finna come get you. You know what I'm saying? So it appears that in this situation, that's what happened. But I will say this, like, even with that, because it ain't even in the movie, so we don't quite know exactly how it would have been. But even with that, at this big old age, for a man that said that he always wanted to present black masculinity in all of his movies, and he wanted to be a firm representation of that, uh, and I believe in actors, and I believe in them having range, but I also believe in principles and just some stuff. If you say you don't do or you won't do, and you stand on that, and you represent something, I believe in you. Like, people are gonna hold you to that standard, and a lot of people, men and women, have held him to that standard. Now I know a lot of actors in Hollywood. They do those roles that might not be something that they into because it opened up other avenues for them. It opens up other roles for them. It make other doctors, directors, and producers and filmmakers and people who put money in it want to use them. You know what I'm saying? So, at one point in time, all of them was rushing to go do a gay role, even though they supposedly wasn't gay. You know what I'm saying? Uh, Even to the point that some of the gay actors had to come out and get mad, like, dang, how a real gay dude to do the scene, you know what I'm saying? But and Denzel thing, he recently said that he's already did Macbeth. He's gonna do a Othello movie. That's Shakespearean. And he wants to do Hannibal Barker. If y'all don't know about Hannibal Barker, that's Carthaginian general that went to war with Rome. And he was putting BTA, built the ass on Rome. You know what I'm saying? He took some elephants up to the Alps, through Italy and all the stuff like that. Like, it's big time. But it's a Northern African empire, a Phoenician satellite empire. So historically people have debated. What was Hannibal Barker? Was he Mediterranean? Was he Arabic? Was he Semitic? Was he black? You know what I'm saying? It's been a debate. So so when people throw it out there, was Denzel being buck broke, or was this something that he had to do in order to get that role to play Hannibal Barker? Like, and I'm like, I'm not the biggest conspiracy guy, but when you say, man, you taking on all these little roles, that ain't necessarily meant for black dudes, and then all of a sudden you done 60-some years old, you done kissed the man on screen, I don't know. But just my personal opinion, I think that we might have blew it out of people might have blew it out of proportion. It might have been a kiss of death situation, and per his character in the movie, like I said, he's in Rome. You know what I'm saying? He plays a slave that got away and worked his way to the top and owned his own gladiators. Like, he's in Rome. The Romans were. That's what they were. I'm not saying that he had to do that for that role. But his character, whoever he was or whoever he's supposed to represent, he probably was into them boys. You hear me? You hear me? But yeah, that's just my opinion on that, man, with Denzel in that situation. I don't know. Was it something that he had to do in order to open up those other ways to play ball? Because he also said in the interview, I didn't show up, he also said in the interview, you got to stay ahead of the game. And I'm like, Denzel, what you mean by that? Like, that's in my opinion, though, man. Junior.